Hello and welcome back to Minecraft. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to build a creeper spawner as well as gunpowder farm. Now, you're going to need a lot of gunpowder when you're playing Feed the Beast, especially if you are playing with GregTech activated either on your personal world or especially if you're on a public server, on some type of multiplayer server that has GregTech activated. You will need a lot of gunpowder later on in late game areas or late game production. Now, what we're gonna need for this is, and what we're gonna be using for this are soul shards in order to build the spawner. Now, soul shards are a special item we're gonna be making, and the way they work is you put them in your hotbar, and you kill a mob, and that mob gets imprinted on that shard. So if I had a blank shard and I killed a creeper, it would become a creeper shard. Now, the shard keeps track of how many of that mob you kill, and depending on how many you kill, it will level up. And there are 5 different levels, 5 different tiers. For the first tier, which is the first level of a spawner you can make, you need to kill at least 64 mobs, and it will create a basic spawner that will spawn 2 mobs every 20 seconds. Now this is a simple basic spawner, first tier. Second tier, after you've killed 128, it will spawn 4 every 10 seconds. At tier 3, after 256 kills, you it starts spawning at 4 every 5 seconds. Plus, at this tier, you no longer need to be nearby it to cause mobs to spawn from it. Now, the first 2 tiers, tier 1 and tier 2, function exactly like a normal spawner, normal vanilla spawner would. You need to be close by, a player has to be close by in order for mobs to spawn from it. But at tier 3, you can just leave it alone, and mobs will continue to spawn even if you're nowhere nearby. At tier 4, at 512 kills, mobs will start spawning 5 per 5 seconds, which is pretty fast and nice. And again, no longer need a player nearby, and it's also the minimum level that you need for unusual mobs, such as mobs that don't normally have a spawner associated with them, and I believe this is the minimum tier you need in order to build a creeper spawner. I'm not sure a creeper spawner will work for tier 1 through tier 3, but I may be mistaken about that. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't test a tier 1 or tier 3 creeper spawner before I did this, so but yeah, it might be something to keep in mind. It's also the minimum for other world mobs, such as blazes and wither skeletons and like that. In order to build a spawner in the overworld, you need to have at least a tier 4. As far as tier 5, once you have 1024 kills, it will spawn 6 mobs every 2 seconds. Now this is the top end spawner shard. It no longer needs players, and this is the only one that ignores light. Just like a normal mob spawner, these first 4 have to be inside of a dark area. So you have to have it either inside of a very dark room or underground or something in order to get mobs to spawn at all. But tier 5, you can do it in mid-daylight and no problems whatsoever. It'll just keep spawning. And tier 5 is the only one that can be turned on and off with a redstone signal, which is very important and very nice, because having a bunch of mobs spawning continuously non-stop can get a bit laggy, especially if something goes wrong and they don't die. I mean, you can end up with a few hundred mobs piled up on top of each other inside one room, which can crash the server if you're not careful. So having an on-off switch is very nice for what we're going to be building, which is why we're going to be going for a tier 5 shard in this build. Now, first off, what we're going to need is to build a soul forge. Now, in order to build a soul forge, we need 5 obsidian, 3 regular stone, as well as corrupted essence. Now, in order to get corrupted essence, you simply have to take soul sand, put it in any furnace at all, and you are given vile dust. Now, you take that vile dust, and you combine the vile dust with glowstone, and you get corrupted essence. Now, you take that corrupted essence, use it to make the soul forge. You take the soul forge, drop it down, and you take 1 diamond and 8 corrupted essence, and that corrupted essence will cook the diamond. It takes the entire 8 essence to do this. All 8 of the essence will be consumed to cook that 1 diamond, and it takes 8 per diamond to make these. But once that's done cooking, you end up with 3 soul shards. Now, I already have a fair amount right here, so I'm not going to take those. But once you have your soul shards, all you have to do is put 1 in your hotbar. That's very important. Only put 1. And then you find a creeper, and you kill the creeper. And as you can see, the soul shard is now creeper. Annoying zombies. But yeah. Anyway, now the soul shard is a creeper soul shard with 1 kill, and it's tier 0. Now, you could do it the hard way, the intended way of going around and finding hundreds of creepers and killing them one at a time, or you could take a shortcut. And the way you do that is you take extra soul shards and you can kill any mob. I'm just going to kill some cows. Get some cow tier 0 shards. And after a few of those, now I already have a few of those over here in this chest. I have some creeper soul shards, a pig soul shards, cow soul shards, and what we're going to do is we're going to combine all of these shards inside of a normal anvil. What we're going to do is take the creeper soul shard, put it in this first slot, and then you can take any type of other soul shard you have that has a mob on it, creeper, pig, cow, whatever, and the kills on that are transferred and combined with this. So if I had like a 200 kill cow soul shard with 200 kills on it, it would count those 200 kills and add it to this, as well as doubling it and increasing the level. But for right now, we're just going to be combining these 1 kill soul shards, just like this. And with this first one, it becomes a tier 1 with 24 kills. With only 1 kill, and 1 experience level. Now we're going to take this creeper, put it back in here, put another soul shard in there, 3 more levels, increases it to 247. And 1 more, goes up to 370. And 493. And as you can see, the experience level to combine these goes up every time, depending on what level this is and how much kills are on it. So this will cost a lot of enchantment levels, so bear that in mind with this technique. But yeah, let's keep going. 616, 739, 862, 985, and all those levels have transformed this a bunch of level 1 tier 0 1 kill soul shards into a tier 5 1024 kill soul shard. Now we can take this soul shard and put it into a soul cage. A soul cage is just basically 8 iron bars in a circle like this to make one soul cage. Now let's take the soul cage, and what we're going to do with this is we're going to put it inside a normal standard issue spawner room. Now that is a redstone jacket, what's it called? Sandstone jacketed red wire. It's right now, I already had that set up. It's going down right here to a switch. Well, a lever, actually. And what we're going to do with that is, right now that switch is on, which is sending a redstone signal. Now I forgot to grab some more wire, and I'm stuck. Here we go. Freaking stupid duck. Kind of got stuck there. Yeah, need to repair that. Yeah, but we're gonna need more wire. Now, for this, I'm using sandstone jacketed wire, red alloy, sandstone jacketed red alloy wire. But you can use redstone or anything else, as long as you can get a redstone signal to the spawner. Let me grab some glass so I can repair that. But yeah, anyway, I'm using this wire to do this. But you could use a little bridge over to the spawner to give it, as long as you can find a way to get a redstone signal to this spawner box to keep mobs from spawning, to be able to turn it off and turn it on. That is assuming if you're using a tier 5. If you're not using a tier 5, you can't turn it on and off with a redstone signal, so ignore all of this. But if you are using a tier 5, be sure to have a redstone signal already prepared and on before you put that shard in. Because as I explained before, as soon as you put that shard in, 6 mobs are going to start spawning every 2 seconds. So it's very important to be ready for that and have something prepared to keep that from happening while you're standing around in here. Now I'm going to take this tier 5 shard. I'm going to drop it in there. And as you can see, we have little creepers spinning around in there. And as soon as we turn that lever off, they will start spawning. So I'm going to put some water here, if I can get over there. This will cause all the creepers to flow down here into this channel and be stuck right here. Now, as far as right here, I don't have anything to do with it right here. I don't have anything right here, but what I'm going to do is have an obsidian pipe powered by a redstone engine right there, picking up all of the gunpowder. Forgot the word for a second there. Picking up all the gunpowder and pumping it into this chest. Now that this is done, let's close this off. Close this door. And there you go. Now what I'm going to do is going to take an obsidian pipe, which is just 2 obsidian and a piece of glass. 1 obsidian pipe, 1 cobblestone, a couple cobblestone pipes, 1 redstone engine, and a lever. And all I have to do, put that obsidian pipe down there, the redstone engine right there, some cobblestone transport pipes, feeding it into the chest, and 1 switch there. Now, any and all of the gunpowder that drops from the creepers will get washed down by the water into that little channel and pushed straight into here, right next to that obsidian pipe, where it will be sucked up and put into this chest, which is really nice and easy way to pick everything up. Now, in order to kill all these creepers, there are different ways you could do it, because since creepers can drop gunpowder, whether they're killed by a player, whether they simply drop from a tall height, or they drown, there are multiple ways you could set this up to kill the creepers and still get gunpowder. Now, you won't get experience from it, but you could just have this over a large open pit and have the creepers spawn and just drop to their death and still get gunpowder. Or you could have them drown, or you could have them killed by mining turtles, or anything really. You could set this up however you want. But for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do is something a bit more entertaining and fun. I am going to use sentry turrets. Now, for sentry turrets, you simply need some iron, a couple pieces of obsidian, and some redstone. And that gives you sentry turrets from Portal, the Portal mod. Now you can take these, set them down like this.
Sentry mode activated.
In one long line.
Sentry mode activated.
Oh, looks like we got a oracle turret.
Is anyone there?
So,
Good night.
now that we got those guys set up,
Sentry mode activated.
what's going to happen is, as soon as creepers start spawning, the sentries will start shooting and killing them all. Now, a thing to take into account is sentries can shoot through iron bars. The iron bars will protect them from the creepers while still allowing them to shoot through them and kill all the creepers.
Hello. Searching.
Now, if you're going to use this type of thing, I would also recommend blocking off this area,
Shutting down.
because otherwise you get
Good
assholes like this killing them.
Is anyone there?
Freaking stupid
Could you
guys
come
like
over
that.
here?
messing things up.
Searching mode activated.
Let me replace these. Okay. Now, as I said, you can,
Activated.
the sentries can shoot through the iron bars, and yeah,
Searching.
here you have it. This is fully set up. As soon as I pull the switch on the other side,
Sentry mode activated.
creepers will start spawning, the sentries will start killing them, and the obsidian pipe will start sucking up all that gunpowder, and we will have all the gunpowder we could ever hope for
Is anyone
to
there?
power our machines, to build our structures, to build whatever we need in GregTech. So let's come over here to the grandstands and watch the show.
Is anyone there? Activate.
Ah. Good, wholesome entertainment. Better than anything on TV. But yeah. I should really charge admission for this stuff. But there you have it. A fully functioning creeper spawner gunpowder farm. Fully automated, that can be turned on and off with the flick of a switch. Well, the flick of a lever, I should say. But yeah. This setup will give you tons of gunpowder, and is in fact already okay, let me move away from all that sound, a bit loud right now. But yeah, A bit louder than I hoped. But yeah, this setup will net you all the gunpowder you could hope for. It's fully automated, and all you need to do is turn on that switch and turn it off whenever you want it. And you'll have tons and tons of gunpowder. So yeah, that's all there is to it. This has been Bobson. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.